Superman Wonder Woman number 3, written by Charles Soule, art by Tony S. Daniels. So last issue, Superman took on Apollo because he was being a dick, and then we saw Zod manage to escape from the Phantom Zone. So this issue picks up with Cat Grant of ClarkCatropolis.com, still the stupidest website name in existence, getting a flash drive and looking inside of it, but we don't see what's on there. So then we cut to Superman, who's on the moon, and Batman calls him up saying, "Hey man, you're on the moon. I got your signal. You flew around the Earth 300 times and now you're on the moon. What's going on?" And Superman's like, I don't know. Apollo blasted me with concentrated sun power, and I always thought I was at 100% power, but now I've got this extra boost, and I don't feel safe being down there. My hand feels like it's about to explode. And Batman's like, "All right, look, we'll figure that out. But do you not know anything about how your powers work at all?" Superman's like, "I'm sorry. How many Kryptonians are there to talk to?" "Yeah, that's what I thought." And he's like, "Yeah, fair enough." So at that point, he puts forward "Well, why not talk to Wonder Woman?" And she's like, "What? No, she's the last person I want to see or want seeing me like this." So then we cut to what Wonder Woman's doing. It's Christmas time, and she's talking to one of her Amazonian friends who is also still out here, named Hesia, and basically says "I don't know what to get him. I don't even know what Christmas is really all about. It's something he takes seriously, but I don't get it." And she's like, "No, here's the thing. You've told me enough about this guy. I know he doesn't like things. He likes experiences. He likes being able to spend time with people he cares about. So yeah, just do that." So then we see Batman still talking to Superman, and Superman's just concerned of "Oh yeah, no, she could have been killed because of Doomsday." And Batman's like, "No, but we all could die at any point. That's the whole thing of the Justice League. We put our lives on the line." He's like, yeah, but Doomsday's my thing. I wouldn't want her dying because of my thing." And Batman's like, "Look, you know how I feel about you being in a relationship, but if you're in a relationship, you don't have a my thing anymore. You both share each other's things. That's what's going to happen." And he also points out, also, you keep on looking at yourself as a human who just happens to have extraordinary powers. And that's why I think you're the best person who could have possibly been Superman. Because if it was an alien, it could be a totally different shakeout. But you view yourself as a human. She views herself as an Amazon first. You can't view her the same way that you view yourself. She has a totally different upbringing. And at that point, there is a alert that there's something going on out in a desert of a possible interdimensional excursion. And Superman's like, "Hey, I'll go. I feel much calmer now. Thanks for talking to me, Bruce. You're a good friend." And he's like, "Yeah, okay. I'll send Diana on the way." So we cut over to North Africa, where Zod is there, covered in blood. He screams out. And as he starts walking through, one of the men that he killed says, "Min fadlak." I don't know what that means, but the words start picking up louder and louder and louder until he just starts stomping the guy's head into the ground. He sees a condor flying above his head, and so he jumps up and he's in the air with it. He doesn't know what's going on, but he realizes, "Oh, hey, I can fly." And as he's up there, he starts plummeting back down to Earth. But before he gets down, Martian Manhunter tackles him out of the air, just being like, "Hi, do you need any help?" And then Zod just looks up, blasts him with heat vision, sends him flying up in the air. And Martian Manhunter's like, "Okay, he's not friendly, guys." And so then the Justice League of America shows up, in this case consisting of Steve Trevor, Hawkman, and Vibe, along with Martian Manhunter. And it's like, "All right, what do we do? How should we take him out?" And Vibe's like, "I don't know. I'll just, we'll keep our distance. Vibe can go ahead and use his powers." So Vibe blasts him with a vibration thing. Zod's still just standing there taking it. And then he's like, "All right, Manhunter, you go, but bring the heat." And he uses his heat vision on him and manages to encase him into solid glass because he melts the sand around him. So at that point, they're talking "Okay, he's contained. What do we do next?" And then Zod just busts out of the glass, because of course he does, and just starts unloading on Martian Manhunter's face. Hawkman comes up and hits him in the back of the head with a mace. Doesn't do anything but pisses him off. And that's the point where Wonder Woman comes up and entangles him inside her lasso of truth. And he's like, "Hey, Steve, how's it going?" It's like, "Well, Diana, what's going on?" So at that point, he's like, "Hey, why was he attacking you?" I was like, "I don't know, because he's a dick. That's why." So At that point, they say, yeah, Argus, he detected this people coming in. You know anything about what's going on? And that's when Zod finally speaks up and says, my name is Zod. And it's like, oh, hey, you know English. That's cool. He's like, yeah, sorry. I picked it up through watching through dimensional walls or whatnot. I'm sorry I attacked you. I was just spooked. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. This is my first opportunity to speak to one of you. And he looks up at Superman and be like, you're wearing the crest of El. Are you any relation to Jor-El? You look so much like him. And Superman's like, oh, you're Kryptonian? You knew my father? And Steve Trevor's like, oh, Jesus Christ, we got another Kryptonian. And Diana's like, yeah, Superman, he's got this handled. You guys leave. And it's like, no, this guy is from another dimension or something. We need to take care of him. And he's just like, no, Superman's got this handled. Do not argue with us. And Superman's like, all right, yeah, I got him. Fine, just go, Steve. And he's like, what? Huh? Have you seen what he's capable of? He's like, I have him, Steve. Back off. So at that point, they take Zod and they bring him back to the fortress and basically put him into one of the zoo tanks. And he's just like, look, sorry, I'm hesitant of you. I want to believe you that you're cool, but like, I need to keep you contained for now. And Zod's like, I get it, no big deal, but hey, did you see a woman come through with me? Her name is Feora. Any hot sign of her? And it's like, no, we didn't get any other signs of anyone else, but we will keep our eyes peeled. Don't worry about that. And he's like, cool, great. Look forward to talking to you as soon as you can figure out what's going on. So at that point, Wonder Woman and Superman separate out. They go outside the fortress. And she's like, hey, I picked up a Christmas idea for you. I was going to wait for Christmas, but I guess we'll do it now. And he's like, you didn't have to get me anything. And she's like, I kind of didn't, but I did get you this. And she calls over the comm and says, Batman, do it now. And Batman says, all right, we're all in position. You're good. And Superman asks what's going on. And she's like, everyone else on the Justice League is going to work double time for at least a little while. They're going to take care of everything. You don't need to worry about saving the planet. You and me just have time for ourselves right now. So that's my gift. And he's like, thank you. That's so much. I mean, really. And so they start kissing. But all of a sudden, Superman picks up something in his super hearing. He hears everyone around the world saying like, oh my God, Superman and Wonder Woman are a couple. And oh my God, this is how like the New World Order starts. And oh my God, they're so cute together. And Superman realizes they know. The whole world knows that we're a couple. So that's the end of the issue. I like this. I like this the whole way through. I think it does a great job. We've introduced Zod, and obviously we know as an audience who is aware of previous incarnations, Zod is awful. Zod is horrible. But I like the fact that they are taking this initial introduction and playing with it. They're saying, no, he doesn't know he's awful, and Zod is going to use that to his advantage. Or maybe it's not even an act. Maybe he is really, like, in this continuity trying to be better. But either way, I'm interested in the direction it takes. And then just the way they play out the relationship, it does a great job with it. It does feel natural. It does feel normal the way that they're handling this. It doesn't just feel like, a political marriage sort of thing where it's just, oh, we are together because we're the only ones who are part of the Justice League that could be that way. It feels like they have feelings for each other. So yeah, overall, I'm really digging this book. I'll give this issue an 8.5, honestly. The art is just really overselling it as well. Tony S. Daniels does a fantastic job. Got nothing more to say. It's just a great book.